Hey, it's Call for Help Film School Week, and we're bringing in someone every day to show you what you need to know to make great home movies. And today, we're going to talk about the equipment you need to get started, because of course you need equipment. And with our very own Brett Larson, he's our very own Orson Welles. Brett Larson, could you tell us what kind of equipment?
I don't remember this Orson Welles thing. No.
Well, you just reminded us of Orson is all.
Okay. Okay.
So we need equipment.
It's all good.
Right?
Yes, you do. Well, you can't, without equipment, you can't make a movie.
Exactly. But what kind of equipment do we want?
Well, we've got a whole myriad stuff here. So that really, take your pick. First of all, you need some of the basics. Obviously, you need a camera.
Yeah.
If you haven't gotten a camera yet, you might want to consider a DV camera, especially if you're going to do digital video. Now, there's some basic features you're going to want to look out for on a digital video camera. And here's one of the things that they're going to try and sell you on, which just look the other way when they get you, is the digital zoom. You and I know this. Digital zoom, the numbers are always astronomical. It's a 700x digital zoom. You don't want that. You actually want to pay close attention to the optical zoom and actually just focus on that. The digital zoom doesn't matter. So, like, this is actually my personal Sony camera that I purchased just a few months ago, and it's got a 10x optical zoom, which is pretty good.
Okay.
That's actually a reasonable amount of zoom. That'll get you. You can stay far enough away from the action where you won't hurt yourself. And yet you can get in close enough so it looks like you're right there. Another thing you're going to want to look for is the LCD display, if you want to flip that around.
Look, it's the next boy band.
Yeah. It's out of sync. My LCD display is 3.5 inches long, or wide, rather. And that's pretty good. But do keep in mind, you don't necessarily need to use the LCD display to frame your shots. But the bigger they are, the nicer they are, because you can actually play back your video on them when you're in the field shooting. You should actually always use the color viewfinder, though, when you're shooting, because it saves battery life in the field. Those things just suck batteries down like a... Anyway, so next we should move down. But, you know, a lot of people are going to notice that that DV cameras, they require a lot of light to work correctly. My camera has a light option that you can slide into the top. This JVC camera that we have actually has one here on the front. I'm going to turn it on.
Wow.
Ooh, look at that. So then you can kind of do that Connie Chung thing. Like, you can go running through the hallways in the dark and get right up in people's faces and be like, "What do you know about this situation?" And their face will be all bright and their background will be dark and it'll be dramatic.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's something to look out for, is a light. Some cameras.
The Connie Chung feature is commonly known as.
Yeah, or, take your pick, 20/20 Dateline, whatever you want to call it.
Now, what if you wanted to take still pictures with these cameras? Can you do that?
Some of them have that ability, and the quality's not that great, because you have to consider these are made for TV, and surprisingly, quality of television isn't that great. And I actually mean the picture quality, not actually what's going on the TV.
Right, we knew what you meant.
And so you're going to get below 1 megapixel. Some cameras have bigger CCDs where you can get at least 1, but still image is so-so. CCD, charge coupled device. It's basically a digital piece of film. It opens up when the light comes in and says, "Woo!" It reacts to the colors.
You had the light for blinding someone. What about something without light, like a night vision type of feature?
A night vision feature, yes, those are cool. The Sony camera has that. My camera has it. We've got some night vision footage here that I grabbed the other night. I was spying on my cats. Check them out.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that trippy? My one cat looks like he's possessed. Actually, I think he is possessed.
Yeah, wow.
He's the most evil cat. No, he's actually a very nice kitty, and he's probably sitting at home right now and watching the TV. But see, you can see here what's going on this is in the bedroom. There's absolutely no lights on at all, and he actually knows I'm videotaping him, but
why?
But I don't, because I'm telling you, the cat's possessed. But normally when you're doing the night vision thing, there's no light in the room at all. So sometimes you can really sneak up on people, and they don't know that you're there. And that's actually kind of cool.
And that's not the Connie Chung effect.
Oh, well, right. That's a whole different show. That's Inside Edition effect.
We've got tripods here.
We do have some tripods. Now, this one's kind of nice. This one's from Sony. It works with the Sony camera. And if I flip this around here, you can see on the handle there's controls. So I can zoom in and zoom out, take still pictures, and turn the camera off and on. That's kind of handy. We also have my camera here on a little mini tripod. That's just nice if you want to set it down and just kind of leave it be. Maybe you're having a party that you want to get the whole thing on camera. You can just sort of leave that And then this JVC, for example, if you're leaving it on a tripod, has a little remote that you can use to operate the camera. So maybe, again, you're at a party, you want to zoom in and be a part of the picture.
Okay, what if you want to keep your shots really steady and you've got a shaky hand?
Right. You know, Steadicams are really expensive. The professional grade ones are. We actually found this one, and this is really nice. It basically, you know, it's heavy on the bottom side, and it's lightweight on the top where the camera is. And you rest it in your hand, and then as you move around, it kind of keeps the camera and the image still.
Oh.
And it actually works really well. Maybe you're going to be shooting your kid's soccer game, or you're going to be running through the park again. Here we go with the running again. and you want to keep the image still.
And
that's the way to go.
To use a tripod, of course, you want to make sure that you have the thread that's
exactly.
on
And
the
do make
of
sure the
camera.
camera's in there. I mean, the last thing you want to do is start running around with this thing and have your camera go flying off. That'd make great footage, though. Send it to us. And the last thing we want to show you here is the microphone. A lot of people don't think about this because, you know, the camera has a microphone in it, so why would it be important to have an external one? But it actually is very important. I used this one over the weekend. This is Sony's Zoom mic. And the nice thing is, using this, you pick up less ambient sound. So, like, if we're, like, right now we're in this studio. If I was shooting with that, you'd hear a lot of echo. You'd hear a lot of other noises of things going on. It would be hard to hear what I'm saying and what you're saying. The Zoom mic, or any gun mic, actually, it does a really good job of picking up on all the sound of the people you're talking to. This one particularly claims to, if you zoom in on something, it can pick up on what you're zoomed into.
Really?
And it actually works really well. It does a good job at focusing the sound on a specific thing in the
Brett,
room. Very exciting stuff.
Mr. Orson Welles, Connie Chung, Brett Larson, whatever we're calling him this hour. And be sure to visit our website, techtv.com/call for help. Doesn't matter who wrote the article. We've got an incredible resource right there that's chock full of everything you needed to know about making your own movies, from hardware to editing software.